Jailbreaking the PlayStation Vita has never been easier. Let's talk about that. Hello and welcome to Modern Broadcast. In this week's episode, I want to talk about the PlayStation Vita again. It's been a little while since we visited this system, however, there's been a huge update in the year of 2023 that I think is just worth talking about. So, as most of you know, the PlayStation Vita, in order to jailbreak it or open it up, the firmware, to get custom firmware on it, you had to connect it to a PC, which the PlayStation Vita and PCs just don't get along. Now here in 2023, we have a new method introduced where it doesn't require a PC at all to jailbreak your PlayStation Vita. And today, we're going to go ahead and do this new method and show you guys how to do it. Let's get into it. Alright, first and foremost, required supplies, you're going to need a PlayStation Vita, either the Model 1 or the Model 2. And if you're using the Model 1, which is the fat PlayStation Vita, you will also need the proprietary PlayStation Vita memory card. So here we have my PlayStation Vita. I have completely wiped it, formatted it, and it is on stock firmware. We're going to go down here to the settings just to confirm. There is no Henkaku, and the current firmware that I'm running is 3.65. So this new method does work from 3.65 all the way up to the newest firmware. I'm going to go ahead and update mine to the newest firmware of 3.74 at the time of making this video. Alright, now it's installed here. We're rebooting. Now just a friendly reminder, if you are on 3.65, this method will also work, and anything in between. I just wanted to upgrade to the latest firmware, which we're going to confirm here by scrolling down to Settings, going to System, System Information, and we see that we're now on 3.74. So at the time of making this, 3.65 all the way up to 3.74 will work. So I mentioned that this new method does not require a PC in order to hack this device. So what do we need to do? First and foremost, we need to scroll up to the browser. Open that up. And in the address bar, we need to type in deploy dot PSP 2 .dev. So again, in the search bar, you want to type in deploy.psp2.dev. And we're greeted with a yellow screen here with the middle button that says Unlock My Vita. So we're going to push that button. And we're going to push Unlock again. So this is going to start to open another page, but it's actually going to close the web browser and open another app. And here we have it. Here's where we install Henkaku and Vita Deploy. Let's go ahead and install Henkaku here. And let's go ahead and install Vita Deploy. And we'll go ahead and hit exit. So now we installed Henkaku and we installed Vita Deploy, but how do we know if it worked? Well, if we go to settings here, open that up, we now have Henkaku settings. So if we open that, we can enable unsafe homebrew. So I'm going to go ahead and close settings, and if we scroll down, we see we have Vita Deploy down here. Let's go ahead and boot that up. And here we want to install a different OS and a quick 3.65 install. Now again, I only updated my Vita to show that it works on the newest firmware. I already had 3.65 installed on my Vita, so I'm kind of just doubling back and doing what was already on there. Alright, so once it's done going through that process, you're going to be met with this screen here, and it says, do you want to downgrade from the firmware 3.74 to firmware 3.65? Press X to confirm, or right bumper to exit. So we're going to push X. Again, we have to confirm that we want to downgrade and start the installation, and we do that by pushing X. No matter what, whether you have an imported Vita or if you have a US released Vita, it's X regardless. So when we push X, it opens up the system update, even though this is a down date, and we'll let the process run. Alright, so once that's done, the system will reboot. And we can confirm that it worked by going back to settings. And scrolling down to system, system information, and there we have 3.65 custom firmware. So let's go ahead and go back to Vita Deploy, and let's download some certain apps. So we'll probably want Vita Shell, the Vita Database Downloader, Enzo Installer, which will permanently hack our Vita, Adrenaline for PSP, PKGJ to download Vita games or PlayStation games, Custom Themes Manager if we want to have custom backgrounds on our Vita instead of the stock ones, and we'll scroll up to the top and download these selected apps. And it'll say all apps have successfully installed. You can now exit this app. And there we have it. There is all of our applications. So there we have it. That was insanely easy to completely open up the Vita, and we never had to connect to our PC once. With PKGJ, we are able to download first-party titles. Adrenaline is all the PSP stuff. And with the database downloader, we can download stuff for emulators. We would still have to connect to a PC in order to transfer over like Game Boy, Game Boy Color, all of our ROMs. But as far as the Vita being hacked, it's hacked. Hey guys, quick little announcement before the end of the video here, but on Twitch we got a sponsorship by HelloFresh, and just this past Friday we held that sponsorship video where we ordered a box from HelloFresh. We also did some gameplay of Cooking Simulator. We made some pizzas and really got lost trying to figure out what a baking board was. Come Saturday, we are going to be unboxing the HelloFresh box that we ordered, and we're going to actually be cooking live. One thing that entails is wearing a TV on my head and gloves. What could possibly go wrong? If you're interested in HelloFresh, it is a great company that allows simple meal preparation, doesn't take much time at all, and really strongly recommend for those of you that feel that you're too busy to cook well-balanced meals to give it a shot. Go ahead and use my link down in the description below, along with the promo code POGHF30587 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. What are your thoughts on this new method to hack the Vita? You can follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/ModernBroadcast. Have a great week, everyone, and take care.